in a return to this Las Vegas Venom MyLEAGUE Expansion series. We're going to sim all the way through April 13th, so past the All-Star game. And it's about a month and 2 weeks that we're going to be simming. We're going to watch this game against the Hornets, which is, I think this is the trade deadline. And then next episode, we're probably going to sim all the way to watch one more game down here somewhere, probably against the Warriors or the Bulls or something. And then that'll be it for this season. I promise once our team is better, we'll watch more games. But right now, about 6 games watched per season is not too shabby. So we're going to sim through this game against the Timberwolves on April 13th, and we're going to check the box scores. Then we'll look at some overall player stats across the league and for our team, and then we'll go from there. So let's get to simming. Alright, here are the 2 All-Star teams for this season. For Team Steph, you got Steph Curry, Giannis, Jokic, KD, and Bradley Beal. The reserves, Dame Lillard, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, De'Aaron Fox, Tobias Harris, Darius Leones, and James Wiseman. And for Joel Embiid's team, you got obviously Embiid, then James Harden, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Zion Williamson, and then AD, Devin Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Bam Adebayo, and Kristaps Porzingis. Alright, so I was wrong. March 30th is actually the trade deadline. So, here we are. March 30th is the deadline. Before the All-Star break. Game against the Warriors. Not going to watch this game. We're definitely going to watch this game against the Hornets. But it is the trade deadline, and we do have the lottery-protected Jazz pick. But it's for next season, not this year. So we don't have to make this trade right now. We can wait until the off-season. Which is what I plan to do. I don't plan to trade for any picks right now. I'm going to do that in the off season. And a quick look at the standings, more towards the bottom. We are still second worst in the West. The Wizards are still the worst team in the league. It goes the Wizards, the Thunder, then us, then the Blazers, then the Jazz, and then the Pacers. So that is your current order. We don't have a first-round pick this year, obviously. So we're going to trade up. It's as simple as that. But that's not going to happen until a couple episodes from now. So I'm going to continue simming. And then we'll look up some stats across the league and for our team, and then we'll watch the game against the Hornets and call it an episode. And Rudolph Cunningham has gotten hurt, so he'll be out for a while, and Bell will take his place. And then we'll place the backup power forward with, we're just going to give Benjamin more minutes off of the bench. Make those 26, increase Bell's. And I guess we'll increase some Frank Jackson minutes, and we'll increase some Justin Jackson minutes. And we'll get back to simming a little bit more. Alright, so after simming, we are 16-44 on the year so far in mid-April. Let's check these box scores before we look at the stats across the league. We started off with a loss against the Suns, our second straight loss to them. In fact, I'm going to look at just our team stats because I want to get through this pretty fast. So 21 points for Derrick Rose, 4 assists, 17 for Kennard, 15 for O.J. Williams. Loss against the Pelicans. And Luke Kennard, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 17 points for O.J. Williams, 14 for Frank Jackson, 12 for Curry, and 10 for Bobby Portis. Loss against the Timberwolves by a lot. 23 for Frank Jackson, 14 for Dion Peterson, and 9 rebounds. Kennard 14, Stan Curry 13, Derrick Rose 10, and Edmund Benjamin 10. 2-point loss to the Clippers. 17 from Rose, 14 from Peterson, 12 from Cunningham, 11 from Curry, 8 assists from him as well, and 6 and 11 from Portis. And now against the Pistons, another loss. Williams 19 points, 13 for Peterson, 12 for Curry, 12 for Rose, 11 and 14 for Portis, and 10 for Jordan Bell. Loss against the Trailblazers by 4 points. 23 this time for Williams, but on 24 shots, so not impressive. 18 and 16 for Peterson, that's pretty good. 17 and 6 for Stan Curry, 13 for Jackson, 10 for Frank Jackson, and 8 and 10 for Jordan Bell. Then a monster win over the Cavaliers. Darius Leon's 19 points and 5 and 5 for the Cavs. Frank Jackson led all scorers with 19, same as Bobby Portis. Peterson 15 points, Rose 15 points, 11 assists, 11 and 7 for Stan Curry, and 11 and 11 for Jordan Bell. Then a 20-point loss against the Clippers. 13 points for Stan Curry led our team. That is awful. 13 for Frank Jackson, 12 for O.J. Williams, 11 for Justin Jackson, and 10 for Derrick Rose. And a 10-point win against the Phoenix Suns, surprisingly, as we hold their top score to 18 points. Williams gets 23 points on 9 rebounds, 10 for 21. Peterson 16 points, Rose 14 points, Jackson 12, Jordan Bell 11. Then a win against the Clippers, that's 2 wins in a row. We get 23 from Dion Peterson, 9 for 12 from the field, 15 from Williams, 15 from Benjamin, 13 from Rose, Frank Jackson for 12, and Jordan Bell for 10. Loss against the Nuggets this time out. 23 points from Luke Kennard, 13 from Jackson, 13 from Jordan Bell, and 11 from Williams. Still, we have not seen any consistent performances from any players on our team, except for Williams having consistently shit performances. And this 1-point loss to the Pacers, we get 21 points from Luke Kennard, 17 for Peterson, 15 for Portis, 13 for Williams. And then a 20-point win against the Utah Jazz. 23 points for Williams, 9 for 16 from the floor, 16 points for Bobby Portis, 16 for Justin Jackson, 15 for Derrick Rose, 14 and 10 from Bell, and 11 and 9 from Stan Curry. Against the Warriors, lost by 8 points. 23 points for Derrick Rose, 17 for Williams, 13 points and 11 from Stan Curry, 11 and 13 from Dion Peterson. And then a loss against the Baltimore Claws, 17 points from Frank Jackson, 12 from O.J. Williams, 10 from Peterson, and 10 from Bell. Then a 5-point loss to the Pistons, 23 points for Frank Jackson, 16 for Benjamin, 14 for Cunningham, 12 for Williams, 12 for Peterson, 12 for Kennard, and 11 from Portis. Then in the All-Star game, Team USA beat Team World. Any of our players play? Let's see. Nobody for Team USA, that's for sure. But Frederick Cisse played, surprisingly, 10 points for him, despite having minimal playing time for us, if any. Steph Curry wins the three-point contest, to no one's surprise. And Alexei Tatum for Chicago wins the slam dunk contest. Then in the All-Star game, Team Joel Embiid beats Team Steph 134-130. Close game there. And then against the Wizards for us, back at action, we lose. We get blown out again by the worst team in the league. 23 points for Williams, 16 for Peterson, 11 for Frank Jackson, and 10 and 10 from Bell. And then a blowout loss again to the Timberwolves. Plenty of those. And this matchup, 16 points for Rose, 12 for Jackson, 12 for Peterson, and 12 for Edmund Benjamin. Now we'll go look at first the award races. Right now you got Joel Embiid averaging 30 and 15. Jokic in second, averaging 24 and 12. Wiseman in third, averaging 25 and 13. Giannis in fourth, averaging 27 and nearly 10. And Steph Curry in fifth, averaging 24, 5, and 9. Rookie of the Year, right now it's Frederick Roy at the top. Stan Curry and Deion Peterson are in there, with Stan Curry averaging 9 points per game and 8 assists, and Peterson averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds. Then you got Matthew Rivers in there as well, the number 1 pick from this past draft. Sixth Man of the Year leader is Precious Achiuwa, then Karis LeVert, then Jesse Madison for the Suns, who we just saw in the previous episode, Cole Anthony, and Bol. Defensive player, Jonathan Isaac, currently in first, followed by Giannis, followed by AD, then Kawhi, and then Mitchell Robinson. Most improved player, Luther Blair leads that category, then Claxton, then Sexton, then Darius Leones, and then D. Walton. Now one more look here at the conference standings. After that, we are officially the worst team in the West. And in the East, the Wizards still hold that title by 9 games. So they are not going anywhere. But we are the second worst team in the NBA. Yeah, that's how that's going. And then let's go look at league leaders in points. Booker leads that with 31. Then Embiid with 30. Zion with 29. KD with 28. Bradley Beal 28. Giannis 27, BI 26, Sexton 26, Darius Leones 26, and Trae Young just under 26. And here are our players' stats, and look at this. This is absolutely terrible. Our top scorer per game is O.J. Williams with 12.9. That's worse than last year. This just cannot happen. And I admittedly have done a bad job. And look at this. We cannot extend him. We're going to trade him in the offseason, like, for sure. Look at this. Look at this. He's shooting so poorly, worse than last year. I thought that he could not do much worse. But then again, I also thought we hit rock bottom like two or three fucking episodes ago. And clearly we have not, because we are just worse. God, he is just, man, we drafted a bust, did we not? I'm probably also going to fire our head coach in the offseason, but, we'll cross that bridge once we get there. So, here's your quick look at our scoring leaders. And there's just nothing impressive here. Alright, so here is your Charlotte Hornets lineup before we jump into this game. LaMelo Ball is their point guard, then Theo Maledon, Tyler Bay, Marvin Bagley, and Wendell Carter. Then off the bench, PJ Washington, Gregory Rodman, Moses Brown, Pat Rogers, Leroy Landry, Stacey Cole, Reggie Jackson, Steve Wood, Caleb Martin, Gustavo Nunnally, Grant Riller, and Alvin Saunders. And here we are in the Hive at the Spectrum Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Your terrible Las Vegas Venom take on the Hornets. Deion Peterson wins that tip over Wendell Carter Jr. And here we go. Stan Curry maneuvers down low, then passes to Peterson. Peterson can't hit that little close range moving shot. Ball finds Theo Maladone. Now Tyler Bay. Bay goes to Ball. Ball trying to get around Frank Jackson. Passes back out to Bay. Bay has to force a shot. And that one's off. But Bagley grabs the board and puts it back in. A similar sight as an opposing big man gets an offensive rebound and puts the ball back into the hoop. Curry, oop to Jordan Bell. And that one is in, and that's our first points of the game. Jordan Bell starting this game because of the injury to Rudolph Cunningham, who's out for a little while longer, not too long. As Bagley has an easy layup right there. With a mismatch on Stan Curry. Frank Jackson goes to O.J. Williams, who has had maybe a worse year than last year. Williams drives and can't hit, but gets his own rebound back and then misses again. No surprise there. Ball finds Bay down low and he scores. Frank Jackson gets swatted by Wendell Carter, but Peterson grabs the board and gets fouled by Theo Maladone, his first. Now Peterson gets 2 free throws at the line. Peterson makes the first. And the second. Here's Ball. He gets past Curry and then pulls up short range, and that's in. First points for LaMelo Ball in this game. Here's Frank Jackson. Screen from Jordan Bell. Here's Will Williams now. Guarded by Bay. Williams takes a 3, and that one's off. Ball grabs that rebound. And a nice pass inside to Bagley, who just slams that one home. And Charlotte has burst out to a 10-4 lead early on in this game. Ray Jackson, guarded by Maladone. Goes to Peterson down low. And he has a block by Wendell Carter, his second block of the game. Ball drives. Goes to Bagley. Bagley working on Bell. Now on Peterson, and he can't hit. But Carter grabs the board and passes back out to Maladone. And Maladone can't hit. Bell grabs that rebound finally. Pass inside to Frank Jackson. Backs out a little bit, then tries to drive again. And then he can't hit in traffic between Bagley and Carter down low. Now Bay for 3, and that one is off. And Peterson hauls that one in. Stan Curry has it poked up by Ball, gets it back, and then Ball gets a jump ball out of that situation. Stan Curry clearly a little bit frustrated there, as he should be. I'm assuming that LaMelo wins this tip. But it's won by Stan Curry. Venom keep the ball. Shot clock winding down. Frank Jackson has to pull up. Probably should have gone to the hoop because he had a lane, but he chose not to. Now Charlotte's still up by 6. Ball now in the paint on Williams. And he can't hit. Nice deep right there by OJ. Williams goes to Curry. Now Frank Jackson. Feed to Curry down low, and that's a nice little layup right there. Little finger roll action. Venom just 2 for 10 from the field so far. Hornets 5 for 10. Maladone. Out to Ball. Now Bay. Bay takes that shot and can't hit. Williams thought about taking a shot right there, but chose not to, thank God. Dion Peterson takes that shot, but it's contested. Gets his own rebound back and puts it back in. Nice job there by Dion Peterson. And the Hornets call timeout, up by 2, 10-8. Not much offense here from either team. About halfway through this first quarter. And Charlotte scores again. Little 2-point play right there, and they lead by 4. Kennard goes to Peterson. Peterson back to Kennard. Kennard back out to Justin Jackson, who is in the game now. Kennard drives and scores that little close range jumper. Ball goes to Bagley. Mismatch on Stan Curry. That's an easy layup right there for Marvin Bagley. Charlotte just 19 and 23 on the year at this point. Or actually, no, they are. That was a couple games ago. But still, they're around 500 as Bagley swats that Jordan Bell shot. The little ball in transition now. Slows the offense down. Here's Carter. Carter goes to Maladone. Back to Ball. Top of the key. He feeds Bagley. Back to Ball. Ball drives. Goes to Carter. And Carter scores. Little mini backdoor cut right there by Wendell Carter. And Charlotte leads 16-10 as Portis and Derrick Rose and Benjamin are all set to check in for Las Vegas. Stan Curry, guarded by Ball, draws the foul on Ball, his first, and 2 free throws coming up for Stan Curry. First free throw is good by Curry. Portis and Benjamin check in. And Curry makes both. So Derrick Rose heads back to the bench. Was going to check in before the foul, but because Stan Curry took those free throws, he could not check in. So he'll be out of the game for the moment. And that layup is nice, good. Is in. That's a pretty good layup. That's a little Euro step right there. And the Hornets lead by 6. Here's Portis. He drives on Ball, and he can't hit. Rogers grabs the board. Here's Landry. Now Ball. Ball drives. Goes to Bagley. Bagley can't hit off the glass, but gets the rebound and gets fouled by Portis. His first foul. Now 2 free throws for Marvin Bagley. Averaging 17 points per game and 8 rebounds per game. As Derrick Rose finally checks in for Curry. Benjamin grabs that board after that Bagley miss. No offense from the Venom so far. Rose trying to get something going. And Rose is going to have to force this shot up. And that one's off. Landry grabs the board. PJ Washington goes to Ball. Ball down low. Passes back out to Rogers. Rogers goes to Bagley down low. Now Landry from the top of the key hits that three. The assist from Marvin Bagley. And Charlotte is up by 10. Here's Kennard. Kennard drives and pulls up and misses. The Venom are the worst offensive team in the league this year. Similar to last year, as Ball misses that, but Washington gets the rebound and puts it back in. Plenty of second chance points for every opponent that we have faced this season and last year as well. Kennard gets a screen. Has to force this shot up. And he misses. Venom look like they're going to have about 15 points or less after the first quarter, which is terrible. Landry shoots that one in, but Bagley grabs the board and puts it back in. Yet again, Bagley comes in and he gets a couple of offensive rebounds. And the Venom call timeout, down 26-12. 1:32 on the clock. Kennard fouled at the rim. Off the pass from Rose, and that's a foul on Rogers, his first. Now 2 free throws for Luke Kennard, averaging 10 points per game this year on 47% shooting. He hits the first. And the second. Washington, a nice little take past Edmund Benjamin, and they have 24 points in the paint. That's 24 out of their 28 points in the paint. We only have 8 paint points. So, again, paint protection, even after our defensive focus is protecting the paint, just does not work. And Jackson can't hit that little close range jumper. Here's Rogers. Now Landry. And Kennard fouls Landry on that take. 2 free throws coming up for Landry. He could give Charlotte 30 points. It's the first. And hits the second. Vegas down by 16 with 11 and counting left. Derrick Rose driving, and he hits that layup. Where was that any of the previous 6 minutes? I don't know. But Vegas down by 14. Only 16 points scored in the first quarter for them. And they allowed 30. I'm just going to send to the fourth quarter and watch a few minutes there, and then I'll call it an episode because this is just misery on top of misery. All right, 6:19 left in this game. We're in the fourth quarter. I told you we would be here and yet another blowout, and this is just sickening. We're down 167, or 102-67. Completely awful showing as Derrick Rose draws the foul and gets the basket. Bagley gets his fourth foul. And he gets the free throw as Ellington comes into the game. We got Rose, Portis, Ellington, Bogdanovich, and Jordan Bell out there. Rodman. Nice layup right there in traffic. Venom shooting 38% in this game. Hornets shooting 56%. Derrick Rose fades away on that 3 attempt, and it's no good. I've also made a executive decision. This is the last game we're going to watch in this season. We're going to sim the rest in the next episode, and then we're also going to do the off season because I'm thinking, what's the point of truly, what is the point of watching all of this misery unfold? This is worse than last year, and last year was pretty darn bad. So, but I can promise you this. The offseason can't come soon enough, and it's because we're going to make a blockbuster trade. We're going to get that first overall pick. I will do whatever it takes, at least if I can. But if the Wizards get that pick back, which they will because they traded the first overall pick away because it's lottery protected, if they get it back, then if they get it back, which they will, I'm not sure if I can actually trade for it, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to sign a big free agent, I swear. And that's why I have to get through this. We lose every game that we watch by 30 or 40. It's just gruesome to watch. You guys don't like it. I don't like it. So that's what we're going to do. Bogdanovich can't hit. Bell grabs the board. He goes to Ellington. Ellington hits that mid-range shot. And we've cut it to 32. Oh, watch till there's about 3 minutes left, and then we'll send the rest of this game, and then we'll send the season next time out. As Reggie Jackson scores an easy shot right there. But yeah, this is I can't believe we actually got worse. But it's okay. We're going to fire the head coach, get a better one. I will do in-depth looks at the playbook and how we use each player within that playbook before the next year starts. We'll have a much better team. At least I hope so. I mean, we definitely will because we're going to have a lot of money, and I'm going to shell out for some player. And also, hopefully, trade for that number 1 overall pick. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. That's a foul. And, that's the 5th on Portis. That's also the last straw for this game. I'm done. This might be a rage quit, but I'm going to send the rest of this game. We'll look at the box score for like 5 seconds, and then we'll call it an episode. It's been a short one, but next time out, the off season. How do we improve? There's really only going up from here, right? I mean, we could be the Wizards, but I don't see us being much worse than this. But I also said that a couple episodes ago, and we got worse since then. So I'll see you guys in the box score. All right, here's the box score in this 121-85 loss that we watched like a quarter of. 23 points from Bagley, 18 points and 14 assists by Ball. For us, O.J. Williams led all scorers for us with 5 of 13 from the floor and 12 points. 10 points, 10 assists from Curry. And that's the last game we're going to see this year. We'll look over the box scores of the remaining games. There are a lot left, but this is just terrible. There's just no point in watching. A bit depressing. It's been a downer episode. But thank you guys for watching anyways. And I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully improvements lay ahead. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.